Okay. Oh, oh, what's going on? Okay, so I shouldn't have to worry about that anymore, theoretically. Okay, so I can do bang. What I can do. Oh, it didn't work. That didn't work either. Transform. What up, throw, brother? Hold on, I'm working on it. Bang. Show. Slide. Down. Okay. Oh, I didn't do it on the other one, did I? Oh, super chat. Okay, so I need to do this. Hold on. I'm trying to add this one thing. Add scene, main, shout out. Okay, hold on. I'm working on it. It does work. Okay, so now I need to do this. I need to do that. Now I need to do this. What's going on, Space Cow? What up? I'm working on them. I'm getting them. I'm getting them working. The command's working, guys. Give me 1 second. Uh, um, and I'm setting it up so only the mods can do it, but I want to do it so we can shout people out with their profile pictures. Bang, 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 bang. Actions. Shout out. All right, where am I? Okay. No, that should be it. That should be it, I think. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, that should be it. That should be it theoretically. So now if I do this, and I do shout out. Okay. And I do this, and I do trigger. No, that doesn't work either. I guess I did break it. Oh no. Did I trigger it? No. Trigger. Oh, dang it. It doesn't work. Ladyboy. Let's shrink that down a little bit. All right, let's see. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Let's see. Why doesn't that work? Super chat. Shout out. Bang. Show transition. Slide down. I do. I love brownies. Show transition. Fade. Okay. Bang. Nope. Sure doesn't work. Sure doesn't work. Oh, is it? No, it works too. No, that shows. That shows. Okay. Anyway, how you doing? Okay, cool. So the Discord chat there's up. Cheeseburger. Do you recall the last time you called 811 before you dug a hole? Yes, absolutely. Ban. I fell first. Fail. Dang it. Why doesn't that work? Let me see if this works. Well, that doesn't make any sense either. Oh. I think I know why it doesn't work. Maybe. You trying to ban me? Uh. Okay, so we got new subscriber. All right, that works on both of them. Okay. Animate. Okay, that worked. Actions. New super chat. Okay. Oh, I think I found out why I broke it. Okay, super chat. Set browser source. Super chat. Oh, there you go. I see what I did wrong. I see what I did wrong. No, maybe I don't know what I did wrong. Hold on. Yeah, I think I did break it. Anyway, I think I did break it. I don't know what I'm doing. Dang it, I did break it. Huh. Okay, anyway, so my bad. Okay, so this should still work. Yep, that still works. Okay. All right. I got bit by a black widow the other day. She was in her 40s. What up, James? All right, let me get this out of the way too. Hey, Major Space Cow, what do you say we run away with Richard to Scotland? What's up, Jizzle? Only if I can bring Wawa. I don't think they can. Whoa. Okay, all right, let's see. So that's got to go away. What does this look like? Oh, I think oh, okay. Hold on. So then theoretically, okay, that does work with the face. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. And then theoretically, I should be able to go bam, bam, bam. Okay. Bam, bam. Test. No, it doesn't make any sense either. Why does it keep shut? Oh. Yeah. Okay. I see what I did wrong. I see what I did wrong. I see what I did wrong. All right. So this needs to go. Okay. Anyway, we'll go away. This can go away. This can go away. This go here. I'm gonna get this to go away real quick, and then we'll get going. My bad. So this needs to go. SC. Okay. So set browser source to that. Okay. Set visibility source. Visibility supergroup. Okay. All right, I see what I did. Okay, okay. So that should be super group. Okay, that should have done it, I think. Now I should be able to do this. Aha! Okay, my bad. So now if somebody chats, and if somebody sends it, it should put their okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, my bad, my bad. We're all done. We're all done. I had the wrong thing selected. What up, Zekna? What up, Zekna? Um, I want it so when I want your guys' stuff to be shared. What up, Chi? I heard my name. She gonna smack you. Someone summoned me after like 4 days. What's going on? Right meow. Why the hell did Throw call me an animal? She's a maniac, maniac on the floor. And she's dancing like she's never danced before. Oops. Hey, everybody. You know what's going on, Zika? They call she's a super Zeke. Super Zeke. She's super Zika. What up, Kier? Kieran. How are you? I never called you an animal. I thought he meant a chihuahua. You're my beautiful wife. Yep. Okay. Let's see. Now let me get this set up. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, that works. All right. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, you know what I could possibly do too? I should do this. Hold on one more second. Pretty, pretty profile picture. YouTube. Okay. And then enter. Bang, bang, enter. Yeah. Just can Thank you. Boosh, booyah, 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 booyakasha. Mine, my profile picture. Chihuahua drew my profile picture. It depends who you're talking about, I guess. Yeah. Space Cowboy. He's his is from the band Primus. Yes, it can be me. Mine is this one right here. Oops. My name's not Ladyboy, but yeah, that's me. Maniac, maniac. What up, Adam? I didn't see Adam. Oh, that's who said booyaka shaka shaka. Primus mentioned. What up, new user? Yeah. Zero's a race driver. He drove so goddamn fast. He never did make a checkered flag, but he never did come in last. Jared's a race car driver. He said, hell, I'm number one. I wish my bald father. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Thank you, Ellie. Tired of note taking and talking about reproduction? I'm tired of talking about it. Let's give them something to talk about. Talking about love. Oh, dang. Adam smacked your hand away. All right, let's see something fun to watch. Uh-oh. Well, let's see. I got. I think it's a woman. The audit. Oh, why did you do it separate like that? Join, yeah, oh, man. I gotta figure out how to put it in one thing. Okay. Uh, okay, I see what I can do. There we go. Okay. Now it should be on one line. All right. Got that fixed. What up? Oh, up, up, and away. Like, I knew the. Space Cow, I don't know. Like, visually, yes. Getting flowers, no. But I've never gotten any, so I don't know. I've never gotten it. No, 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 There we go. How to find out if a woman. Obtain a frog. What up, Dean? See ya, yeah. See ya, yeah, Ellie. How about love, love? Let's see. Sphere phone. What is that? Boy, being rude. You're so rude. I was born rude. All right, let's see. So that works. Let's see if we can get this to work. All right, let's see. So we did that. I'm gonna double check this. Boom. Okay. Boom. Oh. 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 Doesn't make any sense. Oh, it does make sense. Okay, so now I should be able to do a shit. So somebody do exclamation point SL. I guess I can do it. Well, never mind. It don't work either. That sucks. Delay for a millisecond. Set browser source. Set text. Oh, that's where I got it wrong. My bad. I see what I did wrong. I see what I did wrong. I see what I did wrong. Okay. 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 Yeah, I see what I did wrong. My apologies. My apologies. All right. Bam. Okay. So bang, bang. Okay. Now it should work. So now somebody try it. Apologize by dancing. Get up and dance. Like and subscribe. Hey, what up, Dab? Dad? Thank you, my friend. Yeah, somebody do. Somebody moderator do. Bang so. Too bad I can't send you any flowers. I've gotten money, which I really like. Obs. Uh oh, Candyman ain't playing around. Um, did it work? Oh, I didn't see it. It might. No, I guess it didn't work. Nope, never doesn't work. Okay, my bad. My bad. Oh, does it? Hold on. Huh. Oh, let me double check to make sure. Let me double check to make sure I got it. Let me see if I can do it. Maybe I didn't put moderators in there. Yeah, it does work. Okay. All right. So let me double check why moderators it doesn't work. Okay, bang. All right. How do I edit the edit it? Man, it says moderators are allowed. Oh, allowed. Yeah, allowed. Allow all moderators. Yeah, theoretically it should work. Did it work? I missed it. Dang it, I was programming. Oh, you know what? Oh, huh. Wonder why it's not working. Let me double check something real quick. Bang, cues, actions, shout out. Okay, something just happened. Something just happened. Did it work? All right. Oh, dang it. Did you ever notice? Hold on. It's not very ladylike. Whatever you want. Did you ever notice if you eat black poop, black olives, you see them in your poop? Just like corn and all that good stuff, Ozzy. All right. All right. So let me see if I do a bang SO. Okay, so that works. Okay, so why does it not work if throwaway does it? Huh. It doesn't work if Chi does it either. Dang it. Do you recall the difference between slicks and treaded tires? Oh, yes, absolutely. Treaded tires have grooves cut into them. Slicks don't. Hey, there it does. Okay, it was just waiting, I guess. Okay, well, why didn't it show your. Hold on, let me make sure. Let me see if I put a timeout on there or something. Because I just saw throws pop up. All right, so where am I at? So chat voice. What is that doing? Oh, chat voice. Gotcha. That's what that is. All right. All right. Shout out. Copy variable. Ah, I think I figured it out. I think I figured it out. Copy variable. Actions. Shout out. So copy variable. Text. Browser source. Okay. All right. Is there any? Okay. Oh, I see what the problem is. I see what the problem is. All right. Okay. I got it. I got it. Now it should work. Now it should work. Try it again, somebody. What's going on? A way out. Blanco. I'm programming a shout out thing. Hey, there's Chihuahua. All right, that worked. I saw that. That worked right away. Did it throw away? Did yours work? Are you not a freaking moderator anymore? Yeah, you're a moderator. Okay. There's Space Cowboy. Okay. All right, it does work. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna make it so now you're not a moderator away. So what I want to do is I want to make it so now that I don't have to pin messages for the Discord and the Twitch. I want to make it so if you guys want to give somebody a shout out, then you guys can do it. Yeah, layout's trying again. It doesn't work for you a way out. It doesn't work for you a way out. You're not a moderator because you're not a moderator. I can do this though. Oh wow, wow. What do you like for Valentine's Day? Hugs and kisses, liking swords and weapons. All right, hold on, away. Give me a second. Hold on, I'll fix it so you can do it too. All right, hold on. All right, all right, all right. Shout outs, command, commands. Oh, are you subscribed? Are you subscribed away? What up, Taker? If you're subscribed away, try to do it. Then try it again. And Taker, if okay, so throwaway worked. Let's see. All right, give it a second. All right. Oh, hold on. Let me double check that. Maybe that. I think it said subscribers. Yeah, allowed. Yeah. All right, grant, allow all. I don't even know what a VIP is. Ignore bot account. Ignore persistent use counter. All right. Allow all. Mode normal. Okay. All right. No, I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't work. Are you sure you're subscribed? What's up, Josh? All right. Well, theoretically, if you do that, it should subscribers. I don't know. Somebody else that's not a moderator, try it. Josh, try. Yeah, throwaways is work. Josh, try to do exclamation point SO. I would subscribe if you do 10 jumping jacks. Huh. Let's see. That's odd. Well, I don't know. Huh. Theoretically, that Space Cowboy works. I'm too busy to do 10 jumping jacks right now. I'm trying to get the shout out thing working, Josh. I've been subscribed over a month. Okay, I'm working on it away. I just programmed it today. You would let. Oh. Yeah, yours works like right away. Throw. I mean, dang it. Let me see. Let me see what other kind of stuff I got on here. Okay, so grab information. All right, check information against. Yeah, that just worked for Adam too. I'll make it easy. Thank you, Jess. All right, let's see. All right. It's going to be SO for shout out. Lowercase SO. If it doesn't work, yeah, I'm trying to figure out why it doesn't work. Let me see. All right. Cancel commands. Okay. SO. Location start. Put a command in its own. Grant all. All allowed moderators, subscribers, and VIPs. Case sensitive, counter, use counter, ignore internal messages, cooldowns. No global cooldowns. Yeah, from a YouTube message, that's crazy. Let me see. Queues, pending actions. There's no pending actions. Command triggered. Command triggered. Okay, throwaway worked. Throwaway worked. All right, let's figure it out. Let's try to figure this out. I'm working on it away. I want you to date my wife. Sorry, dude. I'm off the market for 3 years, Leo. It's gonna be so much fun. You can give it a try away, but it doesn't seem like any subscribers are working. Uh, it isn't showing in chat. What? Oh, no, it's just showing up. I mean, I can do that too. I can add that to say it in chat. So let's see. Actions, shout out. All right, I can go here. I can go, okay, so delay for 1 millisecond. Add YouTube broadcaster information. Add, okay, YouTube. Broadcaster information. Remove group. Moderation. User timeout. Send message to channel. All right, at user. Pound user. Okay, so theoretically now try it one more time. Well, yes, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Okay. All right, cool. So I'll make a bot account. So it's now it'll say yeah. I've got to figure that out a way. It's not even registering it on the server. So I'm gonna try to figure out another way around it so that subs can do that. But it'll probably, I mean, I'll try tonight, but I probably won't get it fixed right now. I'm gonna try. I'll give you a special shout out when it happens way out. Yeah. So now it see it's an automatically say shout out to at so if I do that, it should give me a shout out, and it should say shout out to I Fail First. Okay. Let's see. Richard refused to date the random chatter's wife. I'm not hiring any more moderators right now. What up, Vishal? Shout out to me. All right, so let's see. Let's see. Um, yeah, yeah. I'll let it be known. I'll do a shout out when time for mods. And you have to have the Discord. We have to have a way to communicate. Okay, yeah. There you go. The child is drowning in the text. Yeah, I'll clean that up. I'm just playing around, Chi. I'll clean it up. No, not yet. So Adam, when I the next coding jamalamo will be if I have to make it so the problem is if I wanted to shout out a way out, it won't even recognize him to pull up his profile picture. So even if you did shout out at a way out, it can't find that user. That's the problem. And it can't find anybody that's not a moderator. And I got to be able to fix it. If I just moderate everybody, it doesn't fix the problem, and everything stays broken. What up, capitalist? Hey, what up, totally? I have to be more specific about whose mother I'm shouting out. Probably. Found a browser extension that told my friend about. Which browser extension? Could you code it to randomize whose mother I'm shouting? Yeah. No, absolutely. Randomizing, it's easy. I can randomize it, no problem. I can randomize it in different ways. I can randomize it for who's currently in the chat, who has ever been in the chat, or and many others. Like who his son plays a game called Roblox. Yeah, dude, that's crazy stuff, man. Do you recall the last time you shaved your fellas? Freaking 20 years. And these guys. Oh, the Rotector. Good. Not a way to get around. Good, dude. That's just so crazy, dude. Florida's about to sue Roblox, or just sued them like yesterday or the day before. I was this close. That was this close. Let's see. What's up, Holio? All right, so Holio, if you do exclamation point SO, lowercase like that, it should pop you up on the screen like that. So I'm setting up an a way for mods to do shout outs. There you go. Did it not do it? Do it again. Checking friends list. People provide good, 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 good. Okay, just did it faster than I saw. It popped up faster than I saw. And I want to, so I have a couple things I need to set up. I need to set it up so people can't do it more than like once every 5 minutes, or at least can't, yeah, because I don't care if people do it twice in a row, but I don't want people to do it 50 times in a row and spam it. And I have a queue set up. So if 20 people all hit shout out at the same time or within a second or two of each other, it just fills out a list and then starts at the top and starts doing them one at a time. I believe Roblox public chat it's able disabled in the United States too. Yeah, I don't. The only thing I have set up now is exclamation point SO, and it's going to be if you're a moderator, you're going to hit exclamation point SO, and then you can put whoever's name that's in the chat currently, and it'll pull up their profile picture. And I'm gonna do this because right now I've got this set up. Now that I just got this working too. So if somebody sends a super chat or a super sticker, it's gonna do this, and I drew this myself. And whoever it doesn't have the correct data because it's not. If this is just a test right here, but if someone sends one, it'll put their picture there, and I'll have it lasting longer. And you see that they work on top of each other too, and I can have that if I want them all go into a queue. I can have that done too. See you later, Chi. By scanning your face, AI is easily bypassed. I am Adam's IP address. Uh, yeah, I don't have that set up yet. Throw. I'm working on that. It's got that's what I want it to be. So you can do it. You can do SO at the at, and then it'll pull it up. Okay, so then I have super chat, and I also have if anyone subscribes, it'll do the same thing, but only if you have public subscriptions on. Basically, it can be bypassed just using a stock image. It's 5 a.m. so prayer time will be in a bit. There you go. Remove nucleus from throwaway cells. Dun, 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 dun. It's atoms. Atoms. Atoms removing the nucleuses of your atoms. Cells. Nucleus. Atoms. Cells have a nucleus or atoms have a nucleus? Or they both have nucleus. I encourage you to do not verify. I'm not, dude. I don't even. Listen. I don't even think kids should be playing that shit. Definitely. Listen, kids don't even know how to treat each other in real life, let alone other kids. Like, think about all these kids that are bullied in school and they get on Roblox and like, you understand me? Yeah, because I'm freaking 35 and it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And the thing is, this ain't the first game to be invented. They know how to work with this stuff. They just don't want to. I didn't do any changes yet at OA. What up, Aspen? It's a company that scans that just firewalls horrible. Dude, they ain't. They're doing it on purpose. Remove brain cells from Adam's brain. Yeah, that's an atom, not a cell. Do cells have nucleuses? Cells. Okay, yeah, cells do have a nucleus. I thought it was just an atom. Oh, but not all. Cells are broadly defined with a nucleus and without. So eukaryotic is without and prokaryotic is with. Okay, there you go. Uh, and speaking of, custom clothing is scanned by AI moderation. Remove legs from Richard. And people put map flags on clothing. That shit's crazy. Yeah, it's on purpose. It's on purpose. 100%. 100% it's on purpose. Jeez. Yeah, dude, it's absolutely on purpose. Look, now, I mean, look at what's going on with the government, some of the Epstein files and all that stuff. It's listen, this is what they like to do. They like to freaking hurt people and act like they love everybody. I remember way back when Discord got leaked from hackers, some of them leaked the IDs of people. Yeah, that happened. I mean, I don't remember Discord per se. I remember a bunch of apps. Maybe it was the Discord app. If they paid for, probably if they paid for it. I mean, it doesn't have my information. I mean, it doesn't have my freaking photo ID or nothing. Monkey blood cells. Giving a child Roblox do more harm. Yes, absolutely. There's no need that they need to be talking to each other while they're shooting each other in the face. They don't need good. No. Listen, if your parents didn't give you there should be an app on your cell phone that your parents can set up that allows you to go to other to apps and you guys can talk through your headset or whatever, but not any random wackadoo somewhere on the internet, somewhere on Earth, communicating with kids. No, it's stupid. I'm monk. Ciao. All right, brother. Thanks, Leo. He just proofed it, brother. One way I do my job when I actually clocked on and even Roblox. Yep, yeah, it's easy, and boy, eat that, Darwin. Reason I think I haven't gotten on much. I finally got an ICAP. Oh, good, brother. I know you. I remember you said something about wanting to be in there a week or two ago, or maybe you did say you were in there. I remember something. I remember you mentioning it. Let's see. Let's see. 9 o'clock. All right. Let's see. Dang it. All right. What can I do? I want to get this thing working. Um. Yeah. Now that frickin' Adam's gonna be feeling better in a couple of days, his whole world's gonna change. Watch. Uh. So if I can get this to work properly, then this will allow me to complete the game that I was working on. I was having problems pulling, not randomly. Randomly, I could do it. I was having problems pulling. I went when I do this snowball fight game. When people go into the chat, if they hit pound SB or snowball or snow fight or whatever I'm going to call it, then the game can load, and then it'll have your picture on one of the characters, and your profile picture wrapped around one of the characters, and you can throw a couple snowballs at people. So this is how long I'm still working on that. It took forever. Anyway, yeah, Adam danced on his grave. This is the first time I've ever seen Mehdi Hassan fumble this badly. All right, let me take a look. Never mind, just took my D3 dose for the day. Go to get free jog instead. There you go, brother. I'm telling you, man. It takes about a day or two to like start getting it nourished in your body, and then your body's got to all your cells, your brain, it all requires proper amounts of D3. So it takes like 8 days, I think it is, to cycle through like the cellular metabolism in your body, I believe. So then now that you've got plenty of level, a high enough level of it, the new set of cells being produced over the next week will do do you good, do you better. Yeah. Blanco, brother, I have the game. I have the game set up. Like, you can run around and it's got a profile pic wrapped around it. But the problem is, I have to set the profile picture. And now that I can pull the profile pictures out of the chat now for what the thing I just did, I don't know if you saw it. I think you did. Yeah. Then that will be able to go on the characters and you can run around. So I already built the stage. I already Chihuahua did the background graphics for it and the animation for the bird. Yeah, and so it's just that. It's just that needs to be done, and I just got that step today, so I'll be finishing it soon. Okay, let me see what Throwaway's got here. Oops. Uh, Come on. I think I had this set up.
Believe in your Muslim faith? Do you believe that Muhammad split the moon in two? Do you believe that Muhammad flew to heaven on a winged horse, for example? I pay you the compliment of assuming that you don't.
No, I do. I believe in miracles.
You believe that?
Yes.
You believe that Muhammad went to heaven on a winged horse?
Yes, I believe in God. I believe in miracles. I believe in revelation.
That's an anti-scientific belief.
And that could be wrong.
But it is wrong.
But that doesn't change. That doesn't change. How do you know it's wrong?
Oh, come on. You're a man of the 21st century.
I'm just asking. It comes back to my original question. The rational position is the agnostic. The rational position is the agnostic position.
Why up there?
The rational position. I didn't say up there. I didn't pick a place.
Okay, well, why would a winged horse be the way to get to heaven if it's not up there?
I asked a question about. You asked about proof. I'm all for saying I can't prove it, but can you prove he didn't do it? I mean, this is the end-all debate.
Didn't fly to heaven
this is
on a winged
I'm just asking on your criteria. I'm just asking on your criteria.
No, I can't prove it, and I can't prove it wasn't a golden unicorn.
But I'm fascinated that you'd rather talk about what animals the Prophet may or may not have used 1,400 years ago, rather than talk about what Muslims or Islam is doing in the world today, good or bad.
Well, I'm fascinated by how somebody, a respected, sophisticated journalist in the 21st century, can believe that a prophet flew to heaven on a winged horse. Do you actually believe in?
I tell you, this is the thing. This is the thing that's very interesting. This is the problem with research scientists like this that never get out of books, is that they don't ever. Like, if he was a surgeon and he's seen people die on the table and they're like, oh, take him to the morgue. And they're like, oh, he can't. Like, this happens all the time. Miracles happen all the time. But you don't read about them in school books because they want you to continue spending money on college. They want you to go and then become a dealer for the pharmaceutical industry. Yeah, it's not. It's the college people that stopped learning when they left school. Now that I have this paper, I don't need school anymore. This is what most of the researchers or the college people think. It's a problem. It's a problem. And this is going to be on screen for a while. So what does it say? What did it say? I missed it. Count out. Can't count one. My ex left me because of the D. Now I got three. But now AI got the more for me. 3 more for me. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Believe he tried to understand the miracle. Not Richard Dawkins. Richard Dawkins didn't. He's freaking wackadoodle. This is the problem with college. Listen, the more people that go to college, the dumber people get. And it's not because college made them dumb. It's because they thought the only thing they needed to be successful was a degree in life. So they thought, oh, go to college, spend all this money, invest all this money. And then once they got the degree, they're done. They don't care about learning anything anymore. The whole rest of their life is what they learned in college. And the thing is, college changes every few curriculums. Science learns more. Medicine learns more. Math, they figure out theorems and the textbooks change, but people rarely keep up with anything because they spent all that time wasting that time thinking about all the hangovers and the tests. It's rough, and the guys and girls that stood you up and broke your heart, all this crap that goes on in college. Yeah, it's freaking stupid. I dropped out of high school after 11th grade, and I dropped out of college after 1 semester. And I know a lot because I loved learning, and it wasn't a place of learning. It was a place to find chicks and find parties. You should be learning at all times. I agree, Zach, 100%. 54 horsepower of pure madness. Yeah, Zach, absolutely. If you stop learning, you stop growing. Listen, and I didn't. It took me years. It took me into my early 40s before I realized that everything's bullshit. Everything you're taught
is just a way for you to vote or to think, and they don't teach you the truth. They teach you their truth, which is what they believe at this moment in their lives. Imagine having a teacher that tells you that freaking alien poop is digested by the earth and becomes volcanoes, because that was the popular scientific theories at the time. But then they taught thousands and thousands of students that. Then when they quit teaching and retire, they find out science is advanced. It wasn't alien poop. It was freaking magma under the ground. But this teacher has just taught thousands of people the wrong thing. But science didn't know. Then why are you teaching it? If you don't, well, science can always be advanced, but why are you teaching the stories that you're making up? Yeah, this is a problem with the evidence that they have. That's where I disagree. The vast majority of science majors are like, until if they stay in science after they leave. I disagree with a majority. I don't think a majority do. I don't even think a majority of the medical people that I've known now, they stop learning unless they're required to keep learning for their licensure. Yeah, they don't keep learning. People that love to learn keep learning. What up, Josh? Long time, brother. Chicago. What up? What's Atlanta down here, man? But yeah, and listen, I've worked with a lot of people in my time. Once they get that job and they decide this is going to be the job that I'm going to retire from, they stop learning, because most people had a bad time in college. And did God create the universe? Was the universe made of God? Oh damn. Maybe you're right. To be honest, doctors teach. I can see what you mean. Yeah, right. Yeah. It's and you'll see people people of science that haven't studied science in 40 years will tell you things that science thought was true in the 1970s. But in the 1990s, they found out that it was something different. But since they're not in college anymore, and millions of things are discovered every decade, that you can't know it all. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you, LT. Bam. And maybe I could do this. Oh, man. Thank you, LT. Well, they're importing their knowledge. What do you want to be mad at them because of that? Well, they are importing their knowledge. No. I'm saying, but don't teach it like it's true. What do you think about the theory that since God made the earth fully deformed, Adam wasn't a boy but a full-grown man? It's like the earth seems older than it is. Carbon dating. The carbon dating's a freaking lie too. They found. Listen. In 1980, they found out that carbon dating was wrong. After Mount St. Helens erupted, they checked the magma, which according to carbon dating should have been at 0. It should have come out and said it was 0 years old. It said it was 150 million years old. So they know that their carbon dating's wrong. But it's such a big industry, they still go by it. But they always give you a window. It's wrong. Dude, I had a band called Carbon 14. I was so into carbon dating and everything back in my teens, early 20s. I had a band called Carbon 14. That's the radioactive isotope of carbon that they use in carbon dating. And then when I finally learned all about it about 5 years ago, they're all wrong. They're wrong. They're just selling it. Phone had to upgrade. AI admits planned obsolescence and spyware. What up, Bong, brother? Yeah, you are believing in the Bible story creation just God. I didn't believe in either. I came to believe in the creator first before throughout my life, I've read a bunch of different holy books. And it wasn't until I actually just determined scientifically from evidence that we're created. It got to the evidence for us being created was way too great. It far surpasses, but you have to go looking for the evidence. And then I was like, okay, well, let's check out the Bible. And then so that's my book. If it has to destroy it, it doesn't work, right? And it gets recycled. Adrenochrome. What about the isotope dating? The radioactive verse. Yes, carbon 14. That's what we just talked about. Carbon 14 dating. It's broken. First of all, carbon 14 can only work back to 50 or 60,000 years. Let me see. carbon radiological dating. Okay, it says here, it works. Organic materials up to 60,000 years old. So we know that. So if they say it's 70,000 years old, according to carbon, they're just lying. They're just lying. And then if they get caught, they'll say, oh, well, that's what we know at the time. But we figured out that, so we learned more. Okay, so this is the problem. They're allowed to lie, and a lot of them do. This is a big problem. I believe God ever died 9 times. Hey, sometimes that's what it takes. What up, Noms? The only member. I want to read the Bible this year too, but start believing myself. Yeah, brother, you're gonna smack yourself. You're gonna smack yourself. Listen, think about when did you start believing there was no God? When you were a child? What did you know as a child? What do you know more about cars, about airplanes, about outer space? What more do you know now? This is the weird thing. We decide that there's no God when we're 12, 15 years old. And then when we're 35, 45 years old, we still say, oh, because something that I thought or something that someone told me when I was 15. Yeah, we stop looking. That's the problem. But it makes sense. It really does make sense. Just go ahead and poop on our party. It's all we ever want to know. Asking about carbon-14, I'm talking about simply studying the half-life and decay of radioisotopes. So that's what it is. It's the radioactive decay of carbon-14. That's what we do. And so the other ones that they use, they do it on the layering method, but we also know that that is now incorrect because we have found like Coke cans and stuff at layers that should be 50 million years old. So this is a bunch of stuff. Like we've actually found meat in dinosaur bones, and the fossilization buried record is supposed to be that it was buried so long ago that everything would be rock, everything would be stone, and now we're finding meat, soft tissue, and you weren't supposed to be able to. And one thing, this is a big thing about other radiological dating. This is the way it works. You've got a cup. You walk into a bathroom and there's a cup under the sink, under the tap. It's dripping water and the cup is half full. How long has the cup been there? Well, how would you figure it out? Well, what you would do is you would see the rate that the faucet was dripping at, and then how long it would take to fill the volume of the cup. But the problem is you're making assumptions. You're making assumptions that the drip always happened at the same rate. And you're also making the assumption that the glass was empty when it started. This is the problem with radioactive decay. They're saying there's this much carbon or uranium or whatever 195 million years ago, but they don't know. We might have had global warming or global cooling, which speeds and slows radioactive decay. They don't know. They have no idea. It's all been proved wackadoodle just in the past few years. And of course, so many millions of dollars in school books, school curriculums, college courses. So they don't want to let. But look, if you look for the knowledge, it's absolutely out there. Like these theories, they're just theories. They're not laws of history. Laws. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's very interesting to look into, but we never look into it. I didn't, and I think a lot of people, they become believers in jail and after retirement because that's when they have the time to sit back, put their feet up and be like, okay, let's start looking into all this stuff. African said to me, sooner or later, the lightning comes to enlighten us all. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, but listen, if I ever carbon dating is fallacious after 50,000 years, what about the Homo erectus? Right, and we still have those. Like we still have those people today. We just found some people. They say we're 12,000 years old. We found them last year. 12,000-year-old lost couple. Damn it, not couple. 12,000-year-old lost tribe found last year. Right here. Oops. So this was last year. and they're all like caveman-y looking and stuff. They don't have stone tools. So we would find these tools and they would say, wow, these tools are 70,000 years old. But we just found people last year that don't even have stone tools yet. They don't even have stone on their heads on their spears and their bow and arrows. Everything has been bullsh crap. Everything. So this was huge. Oh, so we're finding these skeletons and we're saying, oh my God, look at the tools they have on them, because that's what they use. They use the tools to say, was it the Stone Age, the Copper Age? Well, here's people before the Stone Age, and they were alive last week, right? So it doesn't work. And then they can say, well, the carbon-14 doesn't date it back then, but then they'll say, well, sometimes carbon-14 is not accurate. But now we've got them on video. Nines, because I said ancient Egyptians know better than the 21st century guy. Another Russian friend said people die once and they're gone on the other 100. Russian friend said some people die once and others are going to die 100 times. The ancient Egyptians knew gold rather than silver. Absolutely they did. Their air was magnetic. I would love to look into that. That sounds cool. Now they know people held their hands in a pool of water at the feet of the temple could light a lamp. They know that make a phone. Yeah, right. How they make a phone call. 21st century folks still believe the Egyptians were cohorts of the aliens. A lot of people do. They learned how to cultivate the Nile. And yes, I agree with that. Absolutely. It turns out they just use massive JBL speakers to vibrate the spoons of a pyramid shape. So Egyptians. What up, Jim Bob? Egyptians were relatively equal as far as modern humans say. I agree. But bot. Are you a bot, Zora? For thousands of years. I agree, Jim. Listen, yeah, I agree. And this is a big thing. Look. And I say this a lot. Isaac Newton invented calculus in 1665. Calculus. So are we smarter because we have computers? No, we feel smarter. Way more people have college degrees, but college isn't what makes you smart. Those Egyptian aliens helped the alien civilization. They understood stone in ways we forgot. I agree with that too. We could learn ways again and still work with our hands. But we don't. If we had no access to power tools and we needed to make shelter to stave off the winter, stuff would change. Sand, water, and string. Yep, absolutely. Most people don't know their family after 3 generations. Mine goes back a long way. That's good. I did stonework for 6 years, CNC and modern granite. They were certain masters of their crafts, the craftsmen engineers. I've seen Chinese folk cut jade with string and abrasive. Yeah, no, you can absolutely do it. That's the way it's done today for huge slabs. They use the granite. They use a wire, and it's called a wire saw. And they just run the wire and they dump where the wire's rubbing against the granite. They dump granite dust or diamond dust, and it rips through. It takes a long time. 13 tribes, Hollywood ties to share the mystery, and they can hint you back, give you the mystery. I have some questionable things in some of these Egyptian works. For instance, appear to be circular saw marks. I saw those too. It looks like they used hole saws. Like you can see the teeth marks from the saw that they used, the core saws. Yeah, it goes back to ancient Greek culture. Milling, right? Yeah. Ancient aliens. What's up, Joe? Give them 10,000 more years. They'll be Bluetooth soon. Yeah, right. That's the thing. Listen. If the whole rest of the world, remember, none of these guys got COVID vaccinated or anything like that, and they're fine. So obviously it didn't just fly around in the air and get to these people. So if everybody else would have died, would these people eventually evolved and traveled around and got all over the world and then forgot about, it's absolutely crazy. I believe different alien species come down from this planet. These guys, North Sentinel Island. No. This isn't North Sentinel Island. This is Amazon. This is the Amazon. These are brown people, not black people. This is like it's actually Indian. Eminem. What up, Michael? Adam, it won't take 10,000 years. Human knowledge. Yeah, I agree. People, listen. Look how dumb we were when we were born. I did concrete foundations for 10 years, carpentry for 20. Damn, dude. You built that, dude. If you live in a house you built, that's something to be proud of. Sound, metal, and stone. Using the Nike for hydro mills, perpetual motion or something. they definitely had something, right? Something powerful and cheap to use. Hoover Dam had Egyptian stuff there. They filled up with concrete. Lift 500 tons with sound. Boston thinks for real. Moving stacks of blocks. Another great question, dude. Yeah, dude. Listen, that's what's crazy, because there's also a quarry near there where they cut a lot of these stones from. How did they move them? How did they move those 500-ton blocks, even 1,000 feet? The answer that we're given is slave power. But the thing is, you can't get enough people around a 500-ton brick. People would get in the way of other people. It's not like you could get 10,000 people to get your hands under it and lift it. There's not enough space to get 10,000 people worth of hands underneath of it, or ropes and pulleys and all this stuff. Like you would need. It's difficult to understand. Pumpunku. I don't even know what that is. Pumpunku. I used to live in a shed I built. I did the installation and drywall. That counts. Yeah, I'll count. Certain residents can make objects like that. That's true. Yes. Yeah, acoustic levitation. But that weight, how do they power the speakers with enough wattage to vibrate it enough, you know? And you can make sand like liquid with some very deep bassy sounds, but you need to keep doing it for a long time. Imagine ancient Egyptian looking up our puny modern bricks. Imagine how disappointed they'd be. These tiny bricks, pathetic. Well, these are JBL speakers. Boston said they would need much better strategy for the friction. That dude, 100% to these mechanical systems like pulleys above. They had to have, right? Yeah, right. But what did they have? They didn't have ball bearings, steel. They didn't have steel or iron, right? So they would have had to use wood or stone. And trying to pull that much weight, what ropes could handle that? And how do you get rid of the friction to slide it? It's crazy to think about. There's a Russian redditor who recreates the tools found in hieroglyphs, and they work but left bushes on his hands pretty fast. Abraham Lincoln didn't believe in the spirit for the noise inside a Masonic lodge. They lifted the granddaddy piano and jumped on it. What up, Mandy? They had scaffolding built around the pyramids, mechanical knowledge of gears. Right, but that big, right, blocks that big. Sound, but how? I mean, dude, it's got to be something we don't know about. Obviously, I mean, sound. We can make a lot of sounds. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you drive down the road and your car starts floating because your subwoofers hit the right frequency. They need bass underneath the stone to reduce the friction, right? But 500 tons would crush any wood, and there was no steel back then, and it was sand. So anything they put underneath, 500 tons would just push it into the sand. It's very, very, very interesting to think about. Possibly using the Nile for lifting power, water, but not exact science. Right? Yeah. Recenter of gravity. Oh, yeah, pebble. I thought about that too. 500 tons on a pebble is a lot of power. And I had seen people use that for like 1-ton concrete bricks. Just something perfectly flat on top of solid wet sand. Maybe. Yeah, if they compacted the sand enough, that might be possible too. What up, Mandy? There's only one original pyramid with Atlantean wisdom. 10 elephant power slide to bring up. There's some recent video that shows pyramids were built up with scaffolding and unconstructed counterweight system. Yeah, you would have to use some kind of counterweight system, but the problem is if you have a 50-ton block and a 50-ton block, what are you using for the counterweight? That wouldn't just snap. You can't use like bamboo or anything like that. It would be no hieroglyphs on the schematics underneath. Yeah, that's what you gotta look up. You have dead language. What's up with the no gravity in August? That ain't happening. We watched a video on it yesterday, Mandy. It's not happening. What'd you miss? Aliens. The places secret societies can go where you cannot. Right, and that definitely happens. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up in about 2 minutes, you all. The guy that builds. Let me see if I can find this. Let me see. Let me play the rest of this real quick. So these people are freaking out over bananas. And they take like everything and like they're grabbing them from each other. And look, they all have long hair, but not super long. Like not super long. Like their hair's all shoulder length. You figure it would be down to like their legs, like 30 years of no haircuts. Like this is 1 year of no haircut, you know? Does it just break and fall off? Who knows? They use banana leaves wrapped around their waist. Yeah, but this ain't North Sentinel Island. This is right here. I believe it's in Peru. The Amazon. I'll double check here. Brazil, Peru. There you go. But this is what's amazing. This is what's amazing that we don't know. We don't know. Like and our dating technology is so freaking skewed. But if somebody can lie to you and say this is 20 million years old, they just raised the value of a piece of bone. If they can say this bone was 20 million years old, you can be like, I'll pay you millions for it. And it's like, if they can convince you of its value, but then you find out that it ain't true. Common cold bananas. Let's see. Yeah, we're discussing how to use huge JBL speakers to create a pyramid. Party pyramid. God spoke and it happened, right? That sounds dope. B2. B12. The Nile moves fast if they... And it switches flows. At least 50 foot diameter stretch to width. They have enough torque to attempt a 500-ton block. I mean, some sort of hydropower. These are some Hollywood movie promo acts. I thought that crossed my mind too. Boston, but I actually saw the video of the guy who found these tribes, like the guy that filmed this stuff. He was on a couple of podcasts. The Nile moves fast. Promo. Boston about. Looks like they're fishing. Boston show about the sound hieroglyph writing the sand in front of a moving statue, but I never heard about a hieroglyph about people standing alongside with instruments. Hey Richard, what's up? Hey, what up, Loretta? What up? Freaking wackadoo. Just give them the common cold. Rip. The Nile came and went. Sometimes it's going, sometimes it'd be slow, and they used the water as a counterweight. The stones moved to stir when Egypt was wetter. So this is absolutely a thing. Think if this was all like concrete a few thousand years ago, and just the wind and shit blowing all over it just turned it back into sand. Like if they just used cement is concrete without stones in it. It's just sand, and that theoretically, and then it's deteriorated over thousands of years. I mean, look at stuff that deteriorates over dozens of years now. Every 32,000 years, the Earth floods. It's all forgotten. Dude, if they use the river, those water wheels would have to put a minimum of 25,000 horsepower to move 500 tons. 25,000 horsepower only moves 70 tons at 40 miles an hour. Right? Yeah, that's not it's not happening. The wood would break. It would just shatter into splinters. You don't have ball bearings. You don't have heat removal for the axles that would heat up. It would turn the wooden axle into a freaking flame. It would even dry it out and burst into flames. There's no lubrication and stuff. Let's see. Less than 32K. I wonder if we have rings on the inside of our bones like trees do to count. So our bones eat themselves and replenish themselves through, like, I think it's every 8 years. They're called osteoclasts and osteoplasts. One of them eats the bone and one of them deposits new bone. They just basically crawl all around your bones, repeating it. So your bones, the length of your bones and the density of your bones show your age. Gear ratios. You need a lot of gear ratio. 24,000. That's the cycle of the Earth's run around the orbit. Sun, yeah, 24. They could use the Nile easily for cutting. For cutting, sure. Explains why some of their cuts started over so long. Them cutting, notice to be crooked. Yeah, I agree with that. Absolutely, you could absolutely do that. You could move water for a lot of things, but we're talking about a lot of weight. And how did they lift some of that stuff like 30 feet? Like lifting like 500 tons 30 feet. It's not like they lifted it up 3 millimeters and just moved. No, they also stacked them and did a lot. There's a lot of pyramids there. There's not just those 3. There's like 12 pyramids in that area. I'm not dead. I just sit on the water. Thoughts and ideas. But lifting, yeah, exactly. Lifting, I don't know. I could show you a piece of paper that shaped, flowed like it's moving. We'll talk about it next stream. I'm 3 minutes late. Have you ever thought about becoming a Mockler miser? I don't even know what a Mockler miser is. What's up, Graham? Oh shit, what happens if we never move them 2 blocks or less form of concrete? That's what I was thinking, dude. Concrete. I love Steve Vai, but no, I'm not Steve Vai. I can't play guitar like Steve Vai. What up, Caleb? Is there anything you don't like about Trump or anything you could be doing better? Dude, honestly, I'm pretty happy now. I didn't want him. I didn't even want him to be president, and now I'm really happy. Listen, it's it's amazing. It's amazing what's changed. It's imagine what's changed in a year. Remember me? Yes, Jax, I remember you. Yes, yes, that's right. Our bones are spongy. Like that's right, correct. Thank you, Jax. Russia has an oral tradition in the city of flying pyramids. They call it Hyperborea or Hyperborea. I'm about to call those out right now, so I'm not gonna. This is the mounted camera, so I'm not gonna do it right now, Jax. Couldn't corn generate energy like corn put a lot of heat? You need a lot of corn, and they're in the desert, so they don't even have the water really to. Well, they don't have the soil. They got plenty of water, but they don't really have the soil to grow that much corn. And remember, they didn't have airplanes or anything back then. But anything's possible, right? Everybody knows aliens with the pyramids. At the it looks in that way. Aztecs did brain surgery. They used canal locks, but no. Yeah, so I looked at them using canal lock type block lifting, like they surrounded the blocks with a bunch of some sort of just buoyant material, and then they built a chasm. Then they filled it full of water, and then as long as you have enough crap around each block, it would float, right? As long as it's the buoyancy. But that's a lot of weight. It'll be big, big, big. You know, locks of Phil. Yeah. How they built the pyramid. Yes, a little bird told me he wanted to meet me. What's up, Lazarus? What up, Kirk? What up, Cat? Hey, hempcrete, graphene. You have the building material out of the pyramids. Yeah, graphene is pretty tough to make back then, but not impossible. They take clay up there and dry and become stone. Dude, I thought about that too. No, hell no. Hey man, good idea. I'll catch one anytime when you were alive. Thank you, Joe, brother. Hell no. All of Israel did. Harit. Graphite dust could be a form of lubrication. Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. What up, Bob? All right, I'm gonna call it here. I'll see you guys in the morning. Cat, if you hit exclamation point SO, lowercase s, lowercase o, exclamation point, lowercase, it gives you a shout out. Look, I did it. I made this happen. Peace. Arte. It's all mathematical how they built the pyramids. There's a video of a guy moving blocks. I saw that. The problem is he didn't move them on sand. He had poured himself a concrete foundation, and he was able to like spin the blocks on like a pebble using I saw that, but how they would do that on loose sand unless they had concrete back in the day. All right, I'm off like a prom dress. See you guys later. Bye.